Nate Chambers here for the Professional Riders Organization. We're here at the Fair Hill 3-day event, part of the Pro Tour, and I'm here with Burnett and Marilyn Little, our first and second place riders after days 1 and 2 in the dressage. Hannah's sitting in first, and Marilyn just pulled a second out at the end of the division here. Very excellent ride. And we just wanted to take a minute to talk to them about their horses. Marilyn, why don't we start with you? Smoke on the Water, sitting in second place here. What'd you think of your ride?
I was really pleased with him. He's 7 years old, so I don't know how much can you expect, but I've come to expect a lot. He's gotten better and better every test. A lot of big improvements from earlier tests this year at Burnett. I was looking for more of a forward ride. I got that out of him today, and it was just 100% off really calm. Things to work on, half passes for sure. A little more aggressive in the cannon would be great, especially in the serpentine, but I was pleased with his departure from back. Just his general, he was quite cool today, so really happy.
Excellent. Now, who owns this horse and how long have you had him?
I've had him a year. I did him last year in the One Star Plantation, being one of my first ventures. And he is owned by Marilyn Farms and Frederick, close to me, about an hour and a half away.
And Marilyn Farms, of course, your family's farm, who is starting to import world-class horses into the eventing community, and we're all very excited about it. So, congratulations. Hannah, returning champion for Fair Hill. Hannah has won both the 2- and 3-star here before, and is just a class act and an excellent rider all around. Former U.S. team member, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you again. You're only 26 years old, I believe.
Yep,
getting real old, real old. Time for the Botox. But you've got your old friend here. Can you tell us about him, his owners, and what you thought of today?
Harbor Pilot's 9 years old, and he's owned by Jackie Marsh. She actually bred him in Ireland. I've ridden him, this is my 3rd year with him.
Fourth place in the 5-year-old division will be marked.
He's never been to Fair Hill before, but we've had some success at the preliminary and intermediate level. This year's been a little bumpy. We've been working on the dressage and cross-country and shoulder weights kind of never all come together yet, so hoping for that this weekend, really pushing for it, but he's great today.
Well, it's pretty exciting to have these two in our top 2 positions. We have Hannah, who, although younger than Marilyn, has been doing this longer than her, and is really a young veteran, so to speak, in the sport, having, again, ridden for the U.S. team, been a cleanup rider at events like Fair Hill for a long time. And then we have Marilyn, who's new on the scene, just started eventing a few years ago, and has already, 2 years ago this weekend, and has already been shortlisted for the U.S. team this last year at the Olympics, and has really put her mark on the sport. So we have an exciting weekend of competition ahead of us. Also the cross country. Ladies, I wish you best of luck, and we will see what happens tomorrow. Once again, I'm Nate Chambers for the Professional Riders Organization, here with Hannah Burnett and Marilyn. I'm here now with Will Coleman and Colleen Rutledge to talk about the new Toklat Vet saddle pads. Vet is for Veteran Equestrian Tribute. One of the Toklat designers, Jenny Hageman, came up with the idea, and the saddle pads are pretty unique. They're modeled after some of the old military saddle pads from, I believe, from the 40s or 50s. And as you can see, the saddle pad has the branch of service and any medals of honor that the soldiers might have gained during and after their service. And each pad has the name of a particular soldier represented on it. For Will and Colleen, they are each riding in saddle pads that have the names of their respective grandparents on it. And we just wanted to talk to them a little bit about these new pads, their excitement for them, and what we've got going on. So Will, tell us a little bit about your grandfather, whose name is on your pad, and what it kind of means to you to be representing your family and the company.
Well, I mean, obviously the pad holds great relevance even today for the many great servicemen and women that are out there protecting our country, some of the many battlefronts around the world. For me, my grandfather was a captain in the 29th Infantry Division, which of course was the first, they were the first troops to land on Normandy Beach on D-Day. He was transferred out about a week before that. But he had 5 brothers, all of which fought in World War II, all of which thankfully came back alive. He was a huge influence on me and my brothers as we grew up, and service he gave to this country is an inspiration to this day. And the pad's just a great reminder of his life and what it meant, and what many of his generation went through, that I think a lot of us, whether we realize it or not, sometimes take for granted what they were fighting for and what the future that they gave us. So.
Well, I know you're excited to be riding in the pad, and that it's a great way to remember where we come from and who we are. Colleen, can you tell us a little bit about your grandfather?
I got this pad from my grandfather because he gave almost the ultimate sacrifice. My grandfather was POW for 5 years, and in Japan, so we were Pacific Theater. He was an absolutely amazing man who, I mean, I still feel his influence to this day. He never got to see me ride, and this is the way that I get to bring him into my riding and show support for the troops, because it's such an important way of just, I'm not going to go out there and do what they can do. I can't, and it's just so unbelievably important to support everything around them, and it's just a fantastic, you know, just a fantastic ability to be able to ride in it and to draw that piece of history in. And I was absolutely thrilled when Jenny told me that she came up with this. So I was completely on board. I have an absolute wonderful time riding in my pad, because every time I sit in it, it reminds me of my granddad, and that means so much to me.
Well, thank you both very much for sharing your stories about your grandparents. It is very neat to have these pads to remember what our families and our country have gone through. You know, some older than others. Both of your grandparents fought in World War II, but nowadays we have very recent veterans, brothers and sisters, and children who have fought for this country. We will be auctioning off one of these pads at the party Saturday evening here at Fair Hill, and the proceeds will go to benefit Operation Homefront. So get in on that if you'd like to have a pad of your own, or get in contact with Toklat to get started on having one made for yourself or one of your family members. I'm Nate Chambers here with Will Coleman and Colleen Rutledge. Thank you all, and we'll talk again soon.